I don't know the exact time. I'll get that before we leave here today. What time is it now?
8:38.
It was, I would say, somewhere around 8 o'clock.
Okay. For what?
We started receiving calls of multiple gunshots in the area coming from this location. So when the officers arrived, they started checking the area and saw that at least one of the businesses in the strip mall behind us had apparent, damage from possible gunshots.
So we can just say it happened at the area making Expressway.
Kansas Expressway in Grand, in West Grand.
Can you confirm which business it was?
I don't know if there was more than one, but the one with the flashing lights behind us.
The Vapor?
I think there was the other one.
What's blocked off as of right now for people using the roads?
Right now, West Grand and Kansas Expressway is limited to anybody coming eastbound on Grand from Kansas until we determine if we have any evidence that needs to be collected here. And obviously the parking lot over here where the strip mall and the gas station is, until we can photograph and collect what evidence we have here.
Was anybody struck by a gunshot? Anyone injured?
We do have one female that was taken to the hospital with injuries. I don't know if that was from shrapnel from the gunshots or gunshot wounds themselves. We're still trying to determine that, and we have an officer with her at the hospital. I don't have an update on her condition yet.
I'm sorry, could you repeat what you're still trying to determine her injuries came from?
Either it was damage caused from the gunfire or the gunfire itself. Either glass or shrapnel or something else that might have caused it.
So when officers arrived, they found the victim, with those injuries?
Yes.
Any idea who the shooter is? Have you anyone in custody?
We don't have anyone in custody right now, and we're still trying to determine who's responsible, interviewing any witnesses that we can on scene, or anybody that may contact us at a later time that saw this, that has information that we didn't get a chance to speak with here.
So, in other words, is there anything the community can do to try and help in the search?
Well, I wouldn't ask them to be involved in the search, but if anybody was in the area of Kansas Expressway in Grand about 8 o'clock, heard the gunshots, or saw any type of disturbance either before the gunshots or afterwards here in this parking lot, please contact the police department or our TIPS hotline.
Quite a response. I mean, what do you do when you hear something like just gunshots? Is this a normal type of response, or did somebody call about an injury? What's going on?
Well, there were several people that called in hearing the gunshots in the area. So when there's several people calling in, obviously we take that, as multiple people hearing the same thing. We'll get a response like this, and first thing we need to do is check for anybody who's injured, make sure that the ambulance can get to them safely, get them to the hospital for any type of treatment they may need, and then after that's when we secure the scene, start interviewing witnesses, and determining the scope of what our investigation is going to be initially when we respond here. And the other vehicles here are also to block traffic and preserve the scene from anybody coming and going.
Any idea on the condition of the victim?
Not right now. I know she was taken to the hospital, and we not have an officer there. Right now, we don't believe it's to be life-threatening, but anytime we have a shooting or anybody involved in the shooting, something like that, obviously it could be worse without us knowing initially.
Any ideas on the description of the shooter?
Right now, we have brief clothing description. That's not been confirmed yet if those people were actually responsible for it, so I'm not able to comment on that.
Yes, sir. And I think she asked you, how long do you think these streets are going to be blocked up? Because nobody can get down Grand right now. Right?
Correct. Well, they just can't do it from Kansas Expressway. There are alternate routes that they could take, but if it's determined that we don't have anything else here on the actual roadway to take care of, this will be opened up before the parking lot will.
Yes, sir. So business is closed down, I assume?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay. Only damage was to that you can see now is just to that strip mall.
That's what I was told. We may determine or find something initially or, afterwards, but right now, initially, I was told it was just contained to the actual strip mall.
So any indication, like, what led up to the shooting yet? Or you just got a call from shots fired?
That is, it's too early to tell right now what led up to it. We don't know that.
Okay. Excellent.
On about average, I know you don't have an exact number, but how many would you say? How many shots were fired or heard or reported?
I can't really guess on that, and I don't want to give you a wrong number.
Okay.
All right, Lieutenant. I don't have any other questions I can think of.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
What? Not a problem.